Hari Om to all. So, we are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter wise summary, one session, one chapter, and today we are going to do chapter 4, Jnana Karma Sannyas Yoga. So, in the first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, the problem of life is given to us. The main problem of life in life is only one: identity crisis, leading to confusion in our role and goal and duties. And the effect is bhaya, fear, krodha, anger, and shoka, sorrow. The solution given in the second chapter immediately by the Lord is know yourself. He didn't tell Arjun that you manage your emotions, how to fight, but who are you? So there are three options for us to choose: whether I am a body, whether I am transactional self, that is the body, transmigratory self, that is the Jiva Bhava, or the transcendental self, that is the Atma. Either way, Bhagavan says that it is no intelligence or wisdom to grieve about anything in life because sorrow contracts the mind. And then we have to do with this knowledge our duty cheerfully as per given in the third chapter, that is Karma Yoga. How to do the duty cheerfully and joyously by following the karma laws and by understanding the karma laws and following various karma yoga principles. We saw almost 14 karma yoga principles. It is not very easy to understand karma, how to do, what to do in that situation. Fourth chapter is very, very interesting and important because even though we know how to do the duty joyously and cheerfully, you would have come across people, they would say that, why you are going to temple, why you are, worshipping God, just do some charity, good service, do good, be good, and that is Karma Yoga. And Bhagavad is going to say here in the fourth chapter is Gahana Karmano Gati. It is not very easy to understand karma. And one more factor needs to be added in Karma Yoga, how to do and understand by the knowledge that actually I am not doing any karma. And that was the main topic of fourth chapter. How to see action in inaction and inaction in action. This I have to ponder. Again and again, today, Sunday, one of the homework is this point I have to ponder. And Bhagavan is going to say, then you will actually do the Karma Yoga and then you will be attaining the highest. So with this background, we will see where Bhagavan himself starts this particular chapter because he wants to immediately add one more point in Karma Yoga. And second chapter, Jnana Yoga. So the fourth chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyas Yoga, the yoga of renunciation of action in knowledge. So only when we understand the main point in this chapter, there are two main points in this chapter, where Bhagavan is going to introduce Arjun, who is he. Till now, Arjun is only thinking, oh, he is only Devaki Vasudev's son, my friend, and I have accepted him as friend, philosopher, guide. And this chapter, Bhagavan introduces him and is going to tell him that unless you know who is God, you have understood who are you, and you know how to fight now with Karma Yoga. But unless you know the third portion, who is God and who is Lord Krishna, then only this pointer of understanding action in inaction and inaction in action, that will be known to you. And once you know this, then you will attain the Supreme. So Bhagavan says that this knowledge what you heard, which Arjun was very much impressed, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, beautiful, no doubts. He told that I gave this imperishable knowledge of yoga first to Vivaswan, Lord Sun, and then to Manu, and then to Ikshvaku king, and then to all sages. Ikshvaku king is the lineage of Sri Ram. Now, by suddenly when Lord Krishna says this, after third chapter, opening of the first opening stanza in the fourth chapter, Arjun and you all and all of us are wondering, how come Bhagwan? How come you gave this knowledge to Lord Sun? You are standing before me here, Kaurava army standing here, Pandava army standing here, and we are both sitting in the chariot. I know you were born in a jail. Sun God's birth was much before. Sun is almost 4.5 billion years old. You were born much later. How can I believe? Just because I said in second chapter, Shishyasteham, Shadhimam Tvam Prapannam, I have become your disciple. That doesn't mean you say anything to me. I will listen to you, but I will not accept you. Now, this is a very important point. Arjun said that I have become your disciple. What he indirectly mentioned, I will listen to you, but I may not follow you. And the same Arjun in the last chapter says, whatever you say, I will do it. And Duryodhan, in contrast, said that I don't want to even listen to you. And Bhagavan is smiling and saying, internally, he would have said that I know, Arjun, that you will not believe me what I'm going to say now, till I show you my real nature, Vishwarup Darshan. Then only you will realize. And that must be our desire also. No, God is there. I'm only going to temple. I'm doing puja. But there has to be that desire to see God or to see Atma. When will that desire will come? Who are you actually? I trust that you will not tell false to me, but I cannot believe what you're saying that you gave this knowledge to Lord's Son. It seems to be illogical. So now we have to very clearly understand this is a main point of this fourth chapter. Two main points. Reincarnation, rebirth, and avatar. These are the two pillars of Hinduism. And why Bhagavad Gita is not understood when I just read like that and chant and say I have understood Bhagavad Gita, because in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan has spoken from 5 standpoints. Suddenly once Bhagavan will say, no, I do everything. And then another stanza, Bhagavan will say, no, you are responsible for your actions. Then you will say that your mind is your friend and your enemy. And then Bhagavan will say that I am there inside you. The mind only, I only run. So when people read Bhagavad Gita, just take as a text and read, they are not going to understand, because there are 5 different standpoints Bhagavan has spoken. And if we do not understand what standpoint Bhagavan is talking to Arjun, then there will be confusion in the understanding of our logic and concept of the universe, God, and myself. So first, Bhagavan speaks from as a Brahman, absolute point of view, Nirvikar, Nirvishesh. And then Bhagavan is saying that you are me only. As Brahman, when I speak, you are me only. Aham Atma Gudakesha, I am your Atma only. Second, Bhagavan says, from Ishwar point of view, Bhagavan is going to speak. When Bhagavan will say, as Ishwar, you are my devotee. Third, this is an important point where Bhagavan has introduced in the fourth chapter that actually I am an avatar. I am not like a jiva like you. You are my instrument, and there are different kinds of avatar: Nitya avatar, Amsha avatar, Leela avatar, Purna avatar. Gurudev used to say that, for this time, 21st century, we are enough. God need not come. God comes when, we will see in the next slide, God comes when there is glani in the dharma. Then Bhagavan has spoken in this Bhagavad Gita as Guru. You are my disciple. And as son of Devaki and Vasudev, you are my cousin and a friend. And this is what Arjun is only thinking, that Bhagavan is only my friend, philosopher, guide, cousin. And I am his disciple. Avatar Ishwar Brahman is not seeing into Lord Krishna. Many people who meet Gurudev and Guruji and all say they only see their body and they're talking. He also eat, I also eat, he also talk, I also talk. But many people say that they are already abiding in that Brahman. They are not the body, but we relate to them as a body. Because our identification with the body, I say that person is a body only. But that person is abiding in that state. So we worship the padukas or the feet, because that those feet or padukas are abiding in that state. So avatar and rebirth are the two pillars of Hinduism mentioned in this chapter. This is the main point of the fourth chapter. So what is the difference between you and me? Till now Arjun is only looking at him, Lord Krishna, as he's going to help me in this war, he's going to be a charioteer, he's going to guide me, he's going to help me. He's a king of Dwarka, he's going to, yes, his army is with Kauravas, but he is with me. So now we have to pay attention where Bhagavan has given that who are you and who am I. I am not Jiva like you. So difference between Ishvara and Jiva. This is a main point in this. And Bhagavan is going to say that I am avatar. Avatarati. I have taken avatar. And we also take avatar. Sometimes, at home, we take Durga avatar. Suddenly one takes, suddenly we will take Saraswati avatar, like, oh, I am very knowledgeable. And then some people will Lakshmi avatar, okay, I will give you money. So now this is very important that each one of us are having two areas to look at. We have an appearance and a role, and then our identity is different. So Bhagavan is going to say the same thing to Arjun, and that is the second point we have to note. So this is the first point to contemplate upon. Who is avatar? Avatar is called as incarnation. Who is a jiva? Reincarnation, birth. We take birth. Bhagavan doesn't take birth. Bhagavan can directly come. And that's the reason that it is always a mystery. In Christianity, Bhagavan came through Virgin Mary. The whole idea is that he is not ordinary jiva. Bhagavan Ishvara says, I know all my births and every being's all births. I do not know where I was before, when I'm going to die, when I'm going to take next birth. Nothing is known to me. Ishvara, I take birth as per my own wish. Whenever I want, I can take birth. I can take birth only for one devotee like Prahlad. People say, there has to be samashti glanino, for one bhakta also I can come. I take birth due to pressure of vasanas. So if I have taken birth, there are vasanas to be fulfilled. Vasanas leads to desire, desire leads to thoughts, thought lead to action. So why I have taken birth? People ask this question, because I have some vasanas to fulfill. That's all. If there are no vasanas, I wouldn't have taken birth. I have a choice, Bhagavan says, various avatars I take. I have no choice of gender, whether I will become man, women, who will be, which area I will take birth, which country, who will be my relatives, who will be my parents. I choose, but I have no particular choice. I take birth with a purpose, dharma. This is the main point of this chapter where the most famous verse comes. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. And then Mahendra Kapoor will sing Paritranaya sadhunam, he will say. Bhagavan says, I come here for two purposes. I come here to lift the adharma which has gone down. Now, dharma, there are many meanings. Guruji has given one very clear indication. Whenever values go down, I have to note this point, Bhagavan will take avatar. And Bhagavan can take avatar or send his messenger also. When values in family go down, family values go down, society values go down, national values go down, international values go down, spiritual values go down to a particular extent, then Bhagavan says, I take birth. Otherwise, I will send my messenger. Suppose Narendra Modi wants to give you 100 rupees. He will send one postman. He will not come to give 100 rupees to us. If he has to go to another country and there is only one small work, some other person he will send for that small work to another country. I take birth for what? To fulfill my desires. Family desires, social desires, physical desires, spiritual desires. I am Lord of all beings. I am one among all beings. Some people have this kind of thought, मैं तो एक बेचारा person हूँ, अकेला क्या कर सकता हूँ? But Bhagavan says that is only your assumption. When that Jiva says that Aham Brahmasmi, you become Lord only. I rule over my nature. Mayapati. I am Mayapati. Actually, I am slave to my nature. I am Maya Adhin. It is not very easy to overcome the Maya. Maya means sa Maya, ya Maya, that which is not there. But Maya in simple word is temptations. Bhagavan says, I am Sarvadnya, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvatra. And me, Alpadnya, my knowledge is limited. My Shakti is limited. I am only sitting here right now. I am not everywhere. And Bhagavan says, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. I appear in different yugas. Don't think that Sri Ram is different than Sri Krishna and then Vishnu is different. All are same. Role and appearances are different. And who am I? It is a Bhavami. I am. But Bhagavan says, Sambhavami. I appear only for a purpose. So Sri Ram already knew that his job is to kill Ravan because all gods and goddesses had gone to Vishnuji and prayed that there is a dharma happening, you come. So when Lord Sri Ram was coming, Vishnuji was coming, Lakshmiji told, I will come. Sheshnag told, I will come. Then Mahadev thought, I will also come, but he sent his son, Hanumanji. So all of them had come for a role. Some people after asking Ramayana again say, no, but poor Sita had to go to Vanvas and then Lakshmana's wife didn't stay with him for 14. But they had their role and their appearances in that drama, Leela. They were already knowing who they are. Because they appear for a cause. Because I get this question again after reading Ramayana, people ask this question. So now today we have to understand when avatar comes, avatar doesn't come alone. He comes with all the people and all devatas also want to come with him. Okay, let me also go on the Bhulok and have this drama and Leela. So now this is an important point why Bhagavan took up this topic, that Bhagavan says that you have to know yourself. Who are you? Either Atma, body or Jiva Bhava. Then you have to know what is the nature of this world, which is Jayate Gacchati, changing. and then accordingly do your karma yoga by understanding the nature of karma, and then you have to know God's nature. So three things are there in all scriptures. Who am I? Who is God? And what is the nature of the world? And then what is the relationship between them? So this verse, those who are writing must write down. This is what Bhagavan says. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah. You have to understand my nature, my birth, and my action in essence. Those who understand God's nature, God's actions, tattvata in the essence, they reach God immediately. They attain the highest fulfillment of human birth. So everyone has two natures, real and appearance. So now Lord Krishna is only appearing there as charioteer, his friend, philosopher, guide. And now he is introducing to Krishna, no, I am not this. My real nature is Brahman, I am Ishvara. Lord says, those who understand this, my divine nature, number one, my actions, my various births, attain me immediately. No, but Bhagavan, you told by doing karma and then you understand yourself. No, that is one path. This is another path. So when we go to temple, when we do puja, when we do lot of rituals for God, Bhagavan says, this is what you must know and do everything. My real nature you must know. My actions you must know, what actions I take. My various births you must know. So people read Puranas and Bhagavad, and then you will attain me. Again, after doing puja and rituals and going to so many tirtha yatras, again this question is coming to my mind. Suppose that why this is happening in my life, Bhagavan, then I will not attain. Because I have not understood only Bhagavan's nature and actions. So my nature and God's nature, tatvatha, is same. That is what Lord is going to establish now. There is a saying which is one of my favorite. When I went in search of God, I discovered myself. And when I discovered myself, I found God. Both are same. Some people go in search of God and discover who? Myself. And some people go, I am, self-realization, truth, and they discover who is God. I have to select one thing. Now Arjun is going to ask, Bhagavan, through this path, do you think this path is a superior path and people have attained? Bhagavan is going to say yes. Arjun, has anyone really reached you through this path? And how to reach through this path? No, this is a most controversial verse. Till now we are facing this problem. Just few days before, we had a big morcha on this problem. Bhagavan says that I have created 4 types of people. Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam. And very important word I have to note down 10 times. Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Everyone will have their own temperament. Everyone will have their own qualities. Everyone will have a particular karma to do. And if they follow their swadharma, they will reach me highest truth they will reach. What are the 4? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now this is not dependent on the birth. Bhagavan clearly says that this is dependent on Guna Karma Vibhaga. But still, suppose I am born through a Brahmin parents and I consider myself as Brahmin. Suppose I am born in a Kshatriya family, I think these are my parents, working parents, and I am a working parent child. It is not related to birth at all. So now we are going to see and we have to analyze ourselves whether I am a Brahmin actually, or whether I am a Kshatriya, whether I am Vaishya, or whether I am Shudra in this context, and then I have to choose my path. And that path will lead to the highest. So everyone has the same possibility. Again and again, I will not ask for, reservations, because reservations are not required, because it depends upon Guna Karma. So distinction based on Guna. What are the Gunas a person can have? Quality of the mind, temperament, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and what is my attitude. These are the 4 things we can distinguish how the person type. Now we should not judge other people based on this. I must judge myself. So now suppose I am selflessness is predominant in me and I am more contemplative. After the Bhagavad Gita session, I contemplate. Then I am more, then I am a Brahmin type. Brahma Janati Iti Brahmana. One who is a knower of Brahman, interested in Brahman, is contemplative, always interested and reveling in that, he is a Brahmin. Suppose I have self-ambition predominance followed by selflessness, then I am a Kshatriya. Suppose my predominance is self-gain, what am I going to get? I should see my student life, working life, family life, followed by self-ambition, then I am Vaishya. And suppose self-involvement predominance followed by self-gain, then I am a Shudra. Suppose I find myself only talking about me, then my temperament is like that. And based on karma, I can take whenever any project comes, house project, office project, or Chinmaya Mission project, what is my temperament? What is my preference? Suppose I'm having expertise and liking towards thinking, planning, visioning, consulting, coaching, advising, counseling, you see these kind of roles, then I am a Brahmin because Brahmin plays that role. Suppose I do better this job, administrating, controlling, ruling, managing, operating managers are like this, then that is a Kshatriya as per karma. Some people say, no, you tell me only what is to be done. I cannot manage a team. And suppose you are told, okay, no, you create this resource, finance management, mobilization of resources, merchant chambers, all these people are sitting there. Then that person is Vaishya. And suppose I say, no, I will just only implement whatever you give. I will serve, I will execute. Then this person's by karma is a Shudra. And I have to identify, there is no higher or lower in this. Everyone is given role. When we go to office, different functions are there. Finance function, operation functions, safety function, marketing, sales, various functions. All are required to serve the customer. What is the conclusion? Everyone has the right to attain the goal of life. So Arjun's doubt was what? Can I attain? Yeah, not only Brahmin will attain that you have to go to Himalayas and contemplate. You fight the war because your predominance is ambition followed by selflessness. Arjun also had ambition, but it was selfish. All must do their own dharma duty as per the attitude, aptitude without attachment. And you asked whether anyone has reached. Yes, many people have reached. And what is Bhagwan's favorite topic in Bhagavad Gita? Giving lakshanas of the wise. As Guruji says, one favorite topic of Bhagwan, he will somewhere in every chapter include some qualifications, attributes of the wise. So has anyone reached through this path? Many people have reached. What are their qualities? And these qualities are given of Sthita Prajna Lakshan or the highest for us to practice. What is the main point? Siddhasya Lakshanani Sadhakasya Sadhanani. So in every chapter we'll get these values, we'll get these qualities, how to live our life. How a person who attains the supreme interacts with people, behaves, does the job, does the family life, everything is known. So what is the first one? This is the most important one, those who are writing. Sees action in inaction and inaction in action. This is the main point of this chapter, because this was not told in the earlier chapter of Karma Yoga. And this can only happen when I don't consider myself as karta bhokta. Otherwise, I did this, I didn't do this, I couldn't do this. This is my list. Bhagavan says, no, I am the doer in everybody. You are only nimitta matra bhava savyasachi. I am only going to fight the war. Don't think you are going to kill people. No, I am so tired. I am so exhausted. I did so many things. I experienced so many things. This was my life. So no, I am not seeing Action in inaction, inaction in action. Bhagavan says that I only do every action in you. This person acts from happiness. We act for happiness. And this person acts for sake of others. So we must start thinking that what can I do for others till my life is remaining now. Otherwise, I am just protecting my body, my mind, my this thing, my. They say like Bakri also does meh. Third, acts out of fullness. Performance or actions itself is completion and joy. And all the time I'm thinking when interacting with people, what value I can add to other person. What can I serve? How much can I serve other person? Otherwise, if you see, most of us are so involved in what am I getting and what is my life and my story and my experience. But what can I do for others? I can do so many things for others. At least I can smile. That also people are not doing. At least say how are you and say thank you very much for doing so many things for me. But my mind is so narrow that I'm only thinking what I've got, what I've done. Is happy, content with what comes and what goes. Why? Because Guruji gives this example. Suppose you give a billionaire, suppose you go to Mukesh Ambani, say that we will open chai shop in Sakinaka, he will not be interested. Suppose a billionaire loses 5 rupees and you say take this 5 rupees and come to this particular function. For that billionaire, losing 5 rupees and getting 5 rupees is no value. Similarly, this person is so full, Atmanneva Atmanatushta. Because a person is source of joy. Now only thing what the person says, what joy I can give to others, because I am so full with joy and peace and satisfaction. So engaged at body level, the person is not having any dependency on any, free from three: dependency, envy, attachment. So I am not dependent on anything, on my body, on my family, on my job, on anything for my happiness, because my nature is happiness. The moment I say my happiness depends upon my body, my job, my family, then there will be dependency, because this is going to lose. I'm going to lose something. And because I see that oneness, there is no envy, there is no attachment. Because why? Has burnt all desires in the fire of knowledge. This is where this name of this chapter comes from. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam. Burn the actions and desires in this knowledge. Is ever content, connected to the source, complete vairagya. So now Arjun's questions were answered. Bhagavan, I have understood, but there is always a but with Arjun. Can you tell me in simple terms what is the goal of life and how to remember that goal of life? Because I cannot remember all this kind. Can I remember something which every day in simple terms, because I have to fight the war, I have I have to rule Hastinapur. Only one thing. I have so many jobs from morning to evening. A person who is retired, not doing anything, 80-year-old person also says, I am very busy. Morning to evening, very busy. So give me one rule, one goal. And that one goal is what? Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmagno Brahmanautam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadham. This I must by heart and say several times before even I take water. So Bhagavan says that okay, this is you by heart. And then I know you will eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, go out, restaurants, go out, but you will eat. Before that, you chant this. What is the meaning of this? People just chant without knowing the meaning also. Meaning is everything is Brahman. No division, no bondage, oneness. Now, suppose we want to practice this. Guruji gives one pointer for practice. So, today on this Sunday morning, when we are listening to summary of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, I must practice this. Aham Brahmasmi. Everything is Brahman means what? No complaints. Because the moment I complain, I am not understanding this verse. Everything is Brahman, so what will I complain about? No, no, this is very spicy. This person is like this, that situation is like that. Everything is Brahman. No complaints is Aham Brahmasmi. How to remember? Chant with understanding before every meal. How to reach the goal? Practice 12 yajnas. Now, these are the 12 practices given. Still, people say this is a theory. Tell me something practical. There cannot be more practical than this. So, these 12 practices are there, which are called as yajnas. And yajnas means we have to offer something and we will get something. So, what are the 12 yajnas? Ahara yajna. Practice diet control, offer tamasic and rajasic food. What will be the result? I will get health. Second, Indriya Yajna. Practice sense control, offer temptations. I will get strength of the mind. Mind is weak because I have lot of temptations. Third, Pranayam Yajna. Practice breath control. What I have to offer in the Ahuti? Restlessness. Some people are restless. While listening to this also, they are looking into mobile phone. They are talking somewhere else. They are having this. They are doing this. Restlessness. And what will be the result? Peace. Fourth yajna, Atma Sanyam. Atma Sanyam is not Atma. Atma here is mind. Practice mind control. How? Offer 6 negativities. Till we offer. One question I have to ask before we read this yajnas. That what I have given up by learning Bhagavad Gita for last 25 years. What I have renounced. Can I write down at least one point that I have renounced this? If I have not renounced anything, then it is not going to work just by learning and chanting. So offer 6 negativities, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. I have to offer, but life is about what can I give up. Every day morning, I must get up and today I must not, don't, before asking this question, I have to breakfast, then lunch and dinner, then eat and go out and do this work. I have to ask one more question, what I can give up, what I can renounce. Dravya Yajna, practice giving selflessly. What I have to offer in the Ahuti? Offer possessiveness. Ishavasya Upanishad, first verse, Ishavasyam idagam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Tena tyaktena bunjita ma krudak krudak kasya svidhanam. Why are you possessive? Everything belongs to God. And what will be the result? Humility. Yoga Yajna, practice Ashtanga Yoga, offer indiscipline. Lifestyle must be discipline. What will be the gain? Concentration. Vrata Yajna, practice taking some vow that today I will not see mobile phone. Today I will not speak. Today I will, these are more important vows, only not fasting. I will also fast through other 4 senses and offer like dislikes. What will be the gain? Freedom. When I go to ashram, I feel envy of people who are having no habit of coffee and tea. If I don't have habit of coffee and tea, that person is free. Otherwise, some people days cannot start without coffee and tea. Tapo yajna, practice austerity. At least one tapa I must take. Vangmayam tapa. Anudveka karam vakyam satyam hitam priyanchayata. Swadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchchate. I must take vangmay tapa. What I should speak, what I should not speak. And then grow out of comfort zone. Outgrow. Daiva yajna, practice rituals. Offer attachments of the world. Connect with the divine. When I do any puja, when that ahuti is there, puja is there, I must say, what am I offering? Only not naivedya. Om pranay swa, apanay swa, vyanay swa, udanay swa, samanay swa, brahmane swa. So I am offering something. Swadhyaya yajna, practice studying scriptures every day. What I have to offer in the yajna? Doubt. There should not be any doubt. And what will be the gain? Clarity. Jnana yajna, practice sharing self-inquiry. Offer viparit bhavana and I will gain abundance in myself. Brahma yajna, practice meditation. Offer ego. And what I will get is Brahmarpanam Brahmavi, oneness. Finally, what is the one sentence, one word? Knowledge of all scriptures, experiencing the oneness. Bhagwan, Arjun said, Bhagwan, sounds very interesting on Sunday morning to listen. I can write, I can give lectures, but difficult to follow. I can't do any yajna. Seems to be very difficult. At least one yajna I take. Bhagwan said, okay, better luck next life. And what will be the next life, you do not know. I might get a dog life, pig life, who knows? This is Guruji's sentence. No, no, I cannot do this. I cannot. I can just listen and then again go back to another text and another text. At least one yajna I can take and follow. Bhagwan says, okay, if this is difficult, at least develop these qualities in this life. These are two important verses. Tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. At least learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Approaching a spiritual master today, everything is coming on WhatsApp and YouTube and online. But we are not going to a teacher and serving. When any service is demanded, we say, no, no, I cannot commit anything. So, how to do? And when many people, when they go to a teacher or a guru, they start, I have to get my child, son, marriage or job दे दो और उसका शादी कभी हो जाएगा, can you find some groom or to my son or daughter. The teacher is saying you that you can go to marriage bureau. Why you're coming to me? No, no, I am having this body problem, this family problem. That you go to a doctor or a psychiatrist. So we must inquire. We don't ask right question to the right teacher. Pariprashnana, today there are no questions only to. And so I want to remain in ignorance. And with reverence, I must not ask question, not to show my smartness. And there has to be some service to the teacher. Otherwise, I will have to pay the karma, whatever I have done, I have to give back. At least I cannot talk like the teacher, but I can at least invite 10 people. At least that service I can do. I have been benefiting through this knowledge, but I have to do some service. Then this knowledge becomes experiential knowledge. And I have to go to an enlightened saint, can impart that knowledge because he has seen, he knows the truth. So, Brahmanishta and Kshotriya, one who has experienced that and one who can explain both. Who will get the essence? Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tat param sanyatendriyaha. So who is that person who can control the senses and mind and who has that Shraddha on God, Shraddha on scriptures, Shraddha on teacher, Shraddha on self. Either of the four Shraddhas I must have. Otherwise, this will become as information and there will be lot of difference between what I am doing and what I am knowing. After learning scriptures, a person becomes more miserable because the gap increases between what I know and what I am doing in life. Those whose faith is deep and who have practiced controlling their mind attain the divine. And Bhagwan concludes this chapter by giving final advice. What is the final advice? What is the name of the chapter? Jnana Karma Sannyas Yoga. So with this sword of knowledge, what is the sword of knowledge? Who am I? And who is God? This knowledge, there should not be any doubt. Who am I? Who is God? With this sword of knowledge, I must cut all doubts. Doubts means desires also. By Shravan and Manan, again and again asking questions, again and again clarifying, because the moment I know, I will experience peace of mind. If I am still not experiencing peace of mind, I have not understood properly. And then purify yourself by yoga, by karma and bhakti. And you are given a chance and field to purify. Family, job, business is the field for you to purify yourself and liberate yourself from the bond of ignorance. Nididhyasanam will release you. And then Bhagavan said, "Oh Bharata, get up and fight now." But Arjun is still looking at us, looking at Lord Krishna, and he said he didn't get up. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita would have got over. Arjun said, "Wait, wait, wait. I have questions on this, whatever you have discussed." So, the fifth chapter, we are going to have more questions and Bhagavad Gita will continue. So, we must actually thank Arjun because people don't have questions only. And the questions what I have is that when will I die? What will happen? Whether I will go to hospital or what will happen to my children, grandchildren? That is not the question. Here, Arjun's questions are different. Spiritual sadhaks is more interested in from where have I come, where I will go, what have I renounced till now. Nothing belongs to me because if I don't renounce, then Bhagwan's Doot will come, and that Doot is Yamraj. And then we are forced to renounce everything. So, Gurudev used to say that before the world kicks us out on four bamboos, we must kick the world out of our mind. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.